Hey guys, this is James the Rambling Dasher, and we are out dashing on a Thursday night, October 30th, the night before Halloween. I decided not to do it on a Friday night of Halloween. That would be too cray-cray. We are sitting at, where are we sitting? I can't get there. We are sitting at $79.31 after 3 hours and 15 minutes, and we started an hour late. So, and I've got a $10 order on the way to pick up at a place that took me an hour to pick up 2 orders earlier today. And one of them was marked late. The other one was not, surprising. I figured they both would have been, but they weren't. Only one of them was. I don't know how the other one. Well, I don't know how the other one wasn't, because somehow they moved the pickup time from 5:11 to 5:49, so it was late picking it up still, but only like by 3 minutes. And then I delivered that order 4 minutes early, so I was on time. So I don't know. It was a glitch in the matrix. But hey, thanks for joining in. If you're new to this channel, we'll talk more about it. If you're a repeat offender, thanks for coming back and watching again. Stick around to the end to see how this Dashing in the Dark episode ends. Like I said, we're at $79.31, and with a $9.73 order waiting to be picked up. So I'm going to run in, see how long it's going to take me to get this one ready, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. We might have been a couple minutes late on the pickup. There is, wow, it looks like a long delivery. I can't tell. 8:34, directions say 8:31, so only 3-minute grace period there, which means I need to make up the difference. Where is this? Please knock and ring the doorbell, hand it to the customer. Directions. Alright, 12 minutes, so we got a long ways to go. And it's, oh wow, back somewhere across the railroad tracks in Alexander. So here we go. Alright, so I'll tell you what, because this is a new episode, only 2 minutes in, we're going to do some rambling. So I forgot. It's kind of hard because we do 3 episodes or 3 dashes a week. Oh crap, I got too many cars coming and people going too slow, people going too fast. Oh well, now we're stuck behind the slow one, and I don't have headlights on. So anyway, we do 3 episodes a week, usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but this week because of Halloween we moved it up to Thursday. And we do about 6 hours, and we split those dashes into 2 episodes. So the second one is the Dashing in the Dark, and that's where we are now. We have a Dashing in the Dark light that's sponsored by our DoorDash channel, or it's sponsored by our Rambling Dasher Amazon store. So check the link out below in the description, or it will be in the comments, pinned to the comments. So either one of those 2 places it should be on any given time. So check that out. We have lots of different stuff in the Amazon store. But here's the great thing is you don't have to purchase anything in our store. You can purchase whatever you want. But so here's my plea, is that if you're not already using someone else's affiliate link to purchase things on Amazon, then we humbly ask that you would use ours. Just click on our link, purchase whatever you like, whether it's something that we suggest or whatever you want. We get credit, we get a commission for it. So thank you for that opportunity. And doesn't cost any extra. There's no added surcharge for you to use that. It's just something that Amazon does. So we are greatly appreciative, and we get orders. We aren't getting orders every single day. We do get people looking almost every day. So thanks for looking. If you go in and look and you save some stuff to your checkout, and you don't order it that day, then come back and use the link again and go order it, because it only saves our link in yours for 1 day, and then if you purchase after 24 hours, it doesn't, we don't get credit for it. So that's just the way that it works from my understanding. So yeah, save the link and use that link every time you go into Amazon, and that way you're supporting your favorite Dasher. So thank you very much. So yeah, that's kind of what we do. We talk about DoorDashing a lot. We might rant about certain little things here and there. Like tonight, or my very first order was for Papa John's, and I get there and then I get a second order for Papa John's, and they are backed up. There's like 5 different DoorDashers sitting in there waiting for orders already. People come, people go, and I'm having a good time because I'm chatting it up with all the different DoorDashers and talking about, you know, on time rate and AR and all that fun stuff. So it's kind of like we're speaking our own little lingo, and you know, it's just fun. One of the reasons I do DoorDash is to get out of the house, because I have a full-time job and I work from home, and I work on a computer, and sometimes I get to talk to people on the computer, but it's not the same as actually interacting with real people out in the real world. So that's one thing I do like about it, even if it's like, you know, just egging on this dude in Papa John's or whatever, giving him a hard time because I think he's a Jets fan or something like that, or maybe a Miami fan. Either way, both those teams suck this year. Or just talking to other Dashers about what their experience is and all that. So yeah, it's fun. But anyway, that dash earlier, I waited in there for like 45 minutes to an hour, and the orders, I got 2 orders. One was on time somehow, the other was late, and it was late by 38 minutes. Why? Because it was late picking it up by 41 minutes, early delivering it by 3 minutes, so therefore the grand total was a late 38 minutes. So I was late 38 minutes, and but you know what? One of my exclusions on my late orders got wiped out today, because you get 5 exclusions for every 100 orders. And if you don't use them, then why not? Why wouldn't you use them? It increases your on-time delivery rate, which is, to me, and granted, I haven't seen the other 2 that I've always had 100% on completion, and whatever that other one was about how you handle the food or bad orders and stuff. It's always been 100 for me, and the completion rate is 100% for me. So those are both 15 out of 15. So for 30 points, I haven't had any negatives on those. They could be very detrimental though. But this on-time rate is that if you lose one in the top 5, you start losing them fast, right? Whereas I was sitting at like 70, well, maybe at 80% on my AR, and I still had 27 out of 30 points. So it's interesting. They don't treat your AR as harshly as they did back in the day. So it's a lot different. So if you had the old system where you had to have 30 deliveries in the last 100 days, then it wasn't hard to get, to me, it wasn't hard to get platinum. But I also didn't see the the big benefit of having platinum, right? Today, in this new system, it is so slow getting orders, to me anyway, when you don't have platinum, because they give you what's called time boosters. So let's say if the average wait time is 10 to 19 minutes, but if you're platinum, that's an average time of all orders, 10 to 19 minutes. But if you're platinum, it might be 3 to 7 minutes, right? So they give you this time boost. Excuse me. So anyway, it's just a big difference. I'm constantly busy. I have very little inactive time when I do dashing now, and on top of that, I don't have to schedule it. Well, I'm platinum, but even non-platinum people don't have to schedule anymore. There's no scheduling. Scheduling was a pain in the rear for if I didn't have platinum at the time, I was hating life because I had to schedule myself. And if I didn't schedule, I couldn't dash. And I'm like, you know. So I came back from a trip in May with 0 deliveries in the last 30 days because we were gone for 30 days. Oh crap, why did I miss that turn? Oh well, I missed the turn. I missed the turn. I'm gonna go back. Instead of going around like they're wanting me to, I'm just gonna turn around in these random people's driveway and go turn on that road that I missed. I'm somewhat frustrated that I missed the turn. How did I miss the turn? I know how I missed it, because this is, one, it looks like a freaking driveway, but it's a road. But two, I was rambling. And rambling and driving don't go hand in hand sometimes. I'm just saying it out loud. So anyway, we're here at this house. We're gonna go drop this off. We'll be right back. All right, they were standing out on the street waiting for me. I was like, good, I don't want to pull in y'all's driveway. It's dark up in there. It's dark in here. So what happens when you dash in the dark? It's dark. That was $9.73, so $3.75 with the base pay. That was the base pay, $5.98 for the tip. And we are sitting at, what are we sitting at? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get home, or not home, but back into a delivery area. Okay, so let's see, that is 3 hours and 30 minutes for right at $90, $89.04. How about that? $89.04, and in 3.5 hours. So not bad. Check this out. This was how bad it was at one point. I was like, decline. 7 out of 14 offers accepted. Well, that was not very nice of them, just to put that 90-degree turn in this road where it looks like you could go straight. All right. So let's get back into a delivery area. So here's the deal: is our goal is to hit $120 in 6 hours. Okay, I started an hour late. We're already $30 away from our 120 goal in 3 hours and 30 minutes. Can I get another $30 before 6 hours is up? Because I really don't want to work 6 hours, even though I started an hour late. I probably will end it an hour early if I'm at 120. Although I could use the extra money, but also this time of night, around 8:45 to 9:15, we start to get some crap orders. I'm in a good place on my steps nowadays, or not nowadays, but tonight. I'm already at like 8,200 steps, which means I only got to get about 1,800 more, which takes about 18 minutes. So I shouldn't have any problems getting my steps in, even if I did work to 11. But here's hoping that I don't have to work till 11 tonight. So, and I hope the train tracks aren't coming down. No, they're not. Alright, so I can tell you this, that 2 episodes ago, right? It's probably not out just... It's out by the time you see this video, because it's 2 episodes ago, right? But we're probably 3 or 4 days behind on publishing these videos. And I don't know. I can't remember which ones. Anyway, we're probably a few days behind on this, so this video will come out one day next week. But the video from 2 days ago had some key moments in there for raising your on-time rate. So check that one out. I think it's going to be about maybe episode 151. We get into a lot of good details about how to raise your on-time rate. And I just told you guys mine's up to 100% right now, which is crazy considering where I was. I was at 0. No, I wasn't at 0. That's a lie. I was at 68, which was only like 5 out of 30 at one point. Now, granted, DoorDash has come a long way with this on-time rating, and it was all jacked up when they first switched our area over. And then about 3 weeks later, they sent an email out and said, hey, we're sorry, we realized the on-time rate wasn't calculated right. We'll go back and fix all those orders for you. Well, guess what? I used the Platinum Pass and fixed them myself by getting them knocked out of my last 100. And I busted my tail doing it all in about a week and a day. So anyway, I went ahead and DoorDashed for 5 nights that week, and I made over $600 too, which is crazy. I wish from the monetary perspective, I wish I could DoorDash every single night and make $600 a week extra money, but I don't. So it's okay. I get to spend time with the people that I love. So, and that is more valuable than money. How about that? Is that that sounds like the right thing to say, right? So, alright, so we should be getting close to getting back to another order. I can see the city from here, right? When I'm coming back from Alexander or Otter Creek and I get on the freeway, is that bridge that I just crossed over is when I unpause my dash, because usually when I'm down that way I pause because I don't want to get sucked further into Little Rock, and that's what happens sometimes, and I'm like, no. Anyway, but surprisingly, we have not got an order just yet. So we're going to try to get an order. We got the Popo sitting right here. I think it's the Arkansas Highway Police, which is a unique brand of police officers. It's not the state police. It's not a local. It's not a sheriff, but an Arkansas Highway Police. Interesting. Alright, I need some orders, people. Preferably $10 and up for 5 miles or less. I would take another one of those $21 order ones. Would be freaking awesome. But even if I got 3 more $10 orders, that would be awesome just as much. Because I'm sitting at $89.04. after 3 hours and 38 minutes. So yeah, here's where it's I don't know why, it's just sometimes after 8 o'clock, after 8:30 for sure, it starts to get a little slow, and then I start getting crap orders like $2, $4, and here's a $5.68 order for 4.2 miles. I'm gonna go ahead and accept it just so that we can stay busy, and it looks like there is some major happenings on the freeway over there on the other side. I see red lights, I see blue lights, I see all kinds of lights. Wow. I can't tell if that is it on the access road? It looks like it's on the access road. And looks like a fire truck, 2 fire trucks, police cars. Craziness over there. Alright, so we gotta go to Casa Mexicana for $5 and some odd cents. This will be our lowest order tonight. I've declined everything else below this amount, I think. I even declined a $4 one on an add-on. No, I take that back. Did I? No, yeah, I take it back. I don't take it back because the add-on that I did tonight was like on a $13 and something order, and I added on a $6 order. So, and it was a $6 plus order, I think. So it ended up being $8 and something. So I had $21 after 2 orders, even though it took me an hour and 15 minutes because I sat there in Papa John's for like 50 minutes waiting on that order. All right, we're gonna run in here and pick this food up. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so we got both. So here's what happened. I went into Casa and it wasn't ready. Then I got another order for Wingstop, went down to Wingstop, picked it up, went back to Casa, it was ready. So I got both orders in here. And now I'm telling somebody that we're headed that way. And let's see that one. And I'm also going to send them another one. Okay, and directions, back it out. We'll see 9 o'clock. Oops, can't deliver it yet. Directions 8:58. I got a 2-minute window there. One of the orders says I got your back, but I don't know which one. Looks like we are going across the freeway back into some apartments. Yay for me. Oh, yay for me. Alright, so let's see what we can do to get out of here. Headlights is always good at this time of night. So I think one order was $5.83, the other order was $6 maybe. So maybe both orders will be in the same area and we'll get 12 bucks or so. Maybe. Alright, so well on our way. 8:58. What did I say? That it had to be delivered by 9 o'clock. Directions. So am I gonna make up any time? I don't know that I can in a 6-minute window. And the crazy part is, the hard part at apartments is, like, I'll tell you if I'm gonna be able to get there. It's around the back on the bottom, in a building that I went to earlier today on the back and the upstairs. So at least maybe if I'm not 100% certain it's the same building, but I think it is. If it's the same apartments. It looks like the same. I know it would be the same building because it's the same building number. It looks like on the map it's the same apartments too, so. And we're hitting red lights. Red light, red light, red light, red light. Come on, people. Wow, this lane is backed up. Alright, any day now. Red light number 2. I almost got stuck at another red light, but I kind of ran the yellow. No one was injured in the making of this video, so just want to put that disclaimer out there. Alright, people, everybody is out with their 4-wheel drive trucks tonight, it looks like. I don't know how all these kids afford these vehicles. I do not, but most of the houses that I deliver to, I don't know how these grown-ups afford these houses. I don't know what people do to make all the money they do. I don't think that I'm a poor person by any means, but I feel like I've been relatively maybe a little tight with my money, even though, you know, I do some things. I used to do things with my kids a lot more and giving them plenty of stuff and taking them on trips around the world and things like that, but still, I still feel tight with money sometimes, and I track it like crazy. But yeah, I don't know how these people come up with this much money to live in these kind of houses and drive these kind of vehicles. I don't know what they do. It is mind-boggling. Unless they're just in debt up to their ears. I don't feel like I'm in debt up to my ears. I mean, granted, I've been through some things financially and gotten out of it, and I know that I could be in a lot better place, but I'm not in a bad place. I wish I had a way to save about a couple $100,000 over the next 2 years, or even 100,000. Not in the next 2, but the next, let's say, my kid's in the 10th grade, so 11th grade, 12th grade, and maybe through his through his first year of college. So 3 more years from now, I would love to have an extra 100,000. I don't know how I could possibly even come close to doing that, unless the market just went, oh, this is not going to that apartment. This is going to a house. Is it this house or the next one? I can't tell, but I just realized that it wasn't going to the apartment. So, I see no numbers. Oh, there is, no, that's something hanging. Crap, people, put some numbers on your door. Why don't you do that? Okay, I'm gonna back out. And is there a picture? It looks like a white frame on a grayish house. And hopefully it doesn't look like the front door. I don't know, I can't tell. We're gonna go look. Maybe I can see the mailbox. Alright, just sit tight, we'll be back. Alright guys, so that first order was delivered. It was $568, which was $250 with a $315 base pay. They did say they liked my second meme, which was the one that has a picture of me eating their taco. Continue dashing. Send this next dude a message saying, hey, I have your order headed your way. They got wings. I'm just gonna send a cheesy one that I picked up the other night that I like, and it says, what does it say? It has Michael from The Office. It says, on my way to your order, and below it's like direct quote from the scene. It says, am I a hero? I really can't say, but yes. So love that. Okay, so those people said that. Why do I have so many freaking messages out here? Messages. LinkedIn, don't care about LinkedIn. Duh, don't care about that. Facebook, another CBS reporter fired. Don't care about that. This one says deliver by 9:09. Directions say we'll be there by 9:10. Alright, so, but where is it? Where is it? By chance. So where do I have to go? I gotta go back the other way? It looks like I gotta go back to Bryant. Okay. Okay guys, I'm gonna go get this delivery taken care of and try to get it there on time. And so yeah, we will catch you after we drop this off. See you in a minute. Alright friends, we have another delivery delivered. So that was $625. And $625, it was $275 base with the $350 tip. And we are, dang it, I'm kicked off of it. $100.97 is where we are right now. Looking at the time, we are at 5 hours and is that right? And then let's see. Oh, 4 hours and 12 minutes. So the last hour or so, we've dropped considerably in our time, our dollars per hour, because we were sitting at $90. Is that right? $89. Yeah, we only got $11, $12 there. We're at like 101 right now in the last hour. Or maybe it was about 45 minutes. So anyway. Well, I need $20 more. $20 more. Where? Okay, I know where we're at. So somehow we got to get $20 more, and we're gonna get it. It's 9:13, so we ought to be good. We ought to be good for $20 more to get this 120 and get it before 11 o'clock. Sheesh. We ought to be able to do that, right? Hopefully we don't have to decline any more orders to get it, because I am declining fiend tonight. I think what I've declined about 7 orders. I think it said 9 out of 16 offers maybe. That's a lot of declines today. A lot of declines. I wonder if my declines, I don't know, it seems like I'm consistently declining, so almost every single day. So some of those declines ought to be coming back around and falling off. So what I don't like about the declines right now is that you can't see the declines, you can't see your last 100. Unlike the on time, you can see all your last 100 deliveries as far as the on time ratio or rate goes, but you can't see your accepts and declines to know if you've got a decline coming up that's going to fall off. I don't know why it can't. They can, I just don't know why they don't track it, right? So it's probably just something that, hey, we just came up with this and we built it into the on time, but that AR has been around for years and we haven't got around to updating that yet. So I don't know, maybe that might be something. And then every time I come over here, which I don't think this used to be the case, it's very frustrating that there's one little wedge out here down the Bryant Parkway that is out of range, so I won't get any orders until I cross over this line that it's about I'm about to cross it any second now. Right then and there, right there is when I'm gonna get a potential to get orders, but I'm still like 3 minutes away. But that would be okay because that would give them time to fix the freaking food, you know? I would gladly accept another $21+ order like I got before for, what was that, like, was it 12 miles? The crazy thing was that it was 12 miles, but it was all down the freeway. I didn't even have to hardly even get off the freeway to get that order. So again, thank you guys for watching Dashing in the Dark. It's greatly appreciative of me, the Rambling Dasher, for you guys to stick around and watch us and see where we end up on a Thursday night. We're doing the best we can, fighting as hard as we can to get as many good orders as we can, and doing everything we can to get additional tips after the delivery, of which we have gotten one that I can remember tonight. Is that right? Just one? The other night I got a $2 one on a 0 tip order, I think. What happened there? My phone just went dead or something. $5.50 for 7.9 miles. I'm more apt to decline that one. It's going straight up Spring Hill. Go to Zaxby's and then go up Spring Hill. No, I'm declining that. That's too far. 8 miles for $5.50. So another decline. So our decline rate, our AR rate keeps going down, and our that was way too low for the distance. So you want to know what that was? That was 100% door. That was 100% base pay. There was no tip involved in that one. So somebody will get it. So this is what I wonder, is that, do they kick those low ball ones down to people that are like silver and gold, and they've declined it, and then it gets to me and I decline it? Or does it? Surely it doesn't start out with platinum people. You know? Hopefully not. I wonder what they tell those people that place those orders. Or they just keep passing that order around until someone finally gets it and says, hey, and maybe they bump it up 25 cents and they keep batting it around to different DoorDashers that are out here. Or do they finally tell the customer, says, hey, I can't get anybody to bring your delivery because there's no tip? I doubt they ever say that to a customer. I can't imagine that they would do that. I don't know. I do not know. Oh. So here's something. So this car, given to me by my mother, who has passed away, for the express purpose of door dashing. So I'm trying to take care of it the best I can. Took it in, got 2 new front tires. Well, actually, I took it in and spent, I don't know, quite a bit of money on it, getting the whole underneath redone with new, I don't know what all it needed, brackets and arms and shocks and struts and stuff like that, because it was making way too much noise, just bounce, 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 bounce and stuff bouncing around down there. So I took it in, got it all working, right? The one thing we didn't do is get it aligned, right? We didn't do an alignment. So, lo and behold, the front tires were just gone. And I was like, didn't think that much about it, right? I go get 2 brand new tires. Within a month and a half, they're gone. I'm like, what the heck's going on? So I checked with my guy that did the work. He's like, yeah, we probably put that stuff on there, but when you got the new tires, they should have done an alignment and so forth, but they didn't. And those tires are shot. So now I got to take it in and get it aligned. And so here's an 860 and get new tires. 860 for 4 miles. We will accept that one. And but we got to go backwards to get to Wingstop. So we just do a U-turn right in the middle of Highway 5. But at least I put my blinker on like I was turning into a driveway, eh? Alright, we are at Wingstop. We are going to run in. We will get some food and be right back. See you in a sec. Alright guys, so this one is probably going to be late as well. I don't know how long I waited in there, and I didn't see the pickup by time, so but I just felt like I was really late because I don't think they had the order even started by the time I got there. So it is what it is. We'll keep trucking and try to pick up more orders and more money. I was gonna take a look. I gotta go up the freeway towards Alexander, but I think I had to cut back into Benton, or back into the back recesses of Bryant. I was gonna see if that last order was late. I don't recall. I'm at a 95 overall, 74, so I'm still at a 100% on my on time. So that last Wingstop was 1 minute early picking it up, late 2 minutes delivering it, and a total time of 1 minute late is within the on-time standards for this delivery. So thank you, DoorDash. I was like, there ain't no way that one's gonna be. The one before that, the late was excluded on the pickup and early by 1 minute on the delivery. So on the Casa Mexicana. So barely got that one in under the wire. So now I don't know. I feel like this was just going to be late because I don't think there's any way I can get this one there by the time to make up the difference of the lateness that I was, unless it wasn't that late. It just felt like I was in there a long time. And then I got about a 3 minute, what do I got? Deliver by 9:50, directions say I will be there by 9:47, so 3 minutes grace period on this delivery. Pull on out there, people. We're coming full speed, so just pull on out there. So there was a bunch of people. There's an ambulance. I don't know if that's an ambulance. It looked like an ambulance, but it wasn't an ambulance. But there's an 18-wheeler pulled over right there, where all those, the fire truck and the ambulance. I don't know if there was any ambulances. There was two big fire trucks, one pickup fire truck, like the the fire chief or something, and then at least two cop cars there earlier. So evidently they got things squared away to where I don't know what happened, but it wasn't good, whatever it was. Alright, so 2.1 minutes, 2.1 miles, 6 minutes away. We picked up a minute somehow coming down through here. So we're gonna get on it and try to get it there. So I'm gonna hit pause on this and we will catch you after this delivery to see what we did. Alright guys, we are welcome back to Dashing in the Dark, and it is, let me turn this out because I can't see squat when I turn that light on, and I don't know where I am. I don't even know if I'm backing up into a ditch or into a road or what. But anyway, okay, all right, seatbelt, light. There we go. And the light, sponsored by the Rambling Dasher Amazon store. Check the link out below. So that order was $8.60, $3 base, $5.60 tip. Puts us at 109 in 4 hours and 47 minutes. So 4 hours, 47 minutes, 109.57. So not a bad haul so far. I don't know how far. I think I'm over. I don't know if I'm over the limit for 360 this week, but I still want to hit the 120 tonight. So I'm gonna hit pause here. I gotta call the kid real quick because he says he's not feeling well. So I'll be back and let you know when we get our next order. See you in a minute. All right, guys, we got an order at Casey's for like $5. 4 miles away. It says deliver by 10:18, but it says we'll be there by 10:09. I gotta figure out how the heck to get there. It's across the freeway down towards Benton somewhere, so hopefully it's $5. I gotta get another $5 order, and then we are on our way. Come on. I got an 18-wheeler. It's gonna be cutting across my lane here, cutting me off, dude. All right, now you're gonna mosey up that hill. Sorry, I'm gonna pass you on the inside in this little Honda Fit. So one soda for $5 Dash delivery. I don't know how much money DoorDash is making on this $5 soda, but yeah. So I declined one order for $5 for 5-point-something miles. Now I accepted another order that was the same, but that one was up in Hurricane Lake Estates. No, it wasn't in Hurricane Lake Estates. It was somewhere else. I guess that dude thought he was gonna pass me and then cut across, and he stopped all of a sudden and jolted behind me. That was interesting. So where is this taking me? Oh, this is probably going to these apartments. Oh, wow. Yeah, freaking brag. I'm going to freaking apartments back in there. Dang it. That sucks. Apartment building. Alright, it won't be too hard hand to the customer. We'll get that knocked out. Maybe, and we'll be down at Alcoa area. Maybe I'll get one more order, because this particular order puts me at about 114. So and then I need about a $6 order to put me over the 120 mark. And it's after 10 o'clock, so I really want to go to the house. So I called the kid. He's not feeling well, but he's already in bed, which is not like him. He's got Halloween stuff at school tomorrow, and he's got kids coming over to the house tomorrow night. And I'm like, I don't know if he's going to be up for it. He sounds bad. It's like his throat is all raspy, so not a good sign. And we're supposed to go hiking with all the kids. I think there's three extras on Saturday, so my guess is that might not happen. I don't even know if the Halloween sleepover is going to happen now, but we'll see. I mean, he'll probably tough it up, probably make him wear a mask or something so he doesn't get everybody else sick. See if he'll pop some vitamin C's and takes a bunch of hauls to school tomorrow. Where am I at? Where directions? I gotta stay on the access road. Why is this dude stopped with his flashers on right there? So I'm always trying to think of different ways to get people engaged in this channel, and it's kind of, I don't know, I don't know that it's frustrating, but I don't know what it takes to get more engaged viewers. So I seem to be hitting a like DoorDash 150 views in, 150 episodes in to YouTube, not DoorDash but YouTube. So I'm just kind of wondering what the purpose is, how I can make it better. I wonder if it has something to do with the naming convention of the titles of the videos, if it has something to do with the thumbnails of the videos, if it's just crap content, right? Is it just crap content? That's what I want to know. You don't have to be rude about it, right? But is it crap content? I look at it a little bit as maybe a type of I've never been to a real, well, I don't know if I've been to a real therapist. I have been to a real therapist. I feel like this is better for me than talking to a therapist, because I'm somewhat jaded to the idea, and somewhat I don't know, that jaded might be an okay word, term for it, for myself. I know, and for the reasons that I went, right? I wasn't going for me, I was going for someone else. So it wasn't really for me, and therefore I didn't feel like it did anything for me, right? So that kind of stuff. But anyway, but I look at this as a way of therapy or communication or outreach. And if I spin it to myself that it's like, hey, I'm helping people, right? I don't know if I'm helping people or not, but maybe. One video had over 300 views, and I feel like it was because it helped people with what their issues were. So the ride along in and of itself is maybe not what helps people, This is what I hate about these apartments is I cannot see for the life of me the right building. What's the number on this dude? Is he up on the 3rd floor? I got you, dude. You gonna make me come up those stairs? He's out there waving his flashlight. I was like, you gonna make me come up those stairs? All right, I'll be right back. All right, guys. So we got that delivered. $5. I got an offer here. $7, 4.2 miles to Buffalo Wild Wings. We will accept it and probably be our last order tonight. Pick up by 10:19. We will be there. Let me go send this dude a last little meme. And just because I handed it to him, so I didn't get to send him the ending meme. He didn't laugh at any of them, dude. What's up with that? What is up with that? Boom. Get you some of that. Directions. Alright, so we're going to B-Dubs. B-Dubs, here we come. Now, where is B-Dubs? Where do we go to get to B-Dubs? Oh, I'm trying to think of the best way to get there. It's probably going to take me back across the freeway and go across is what it's doing. I figured it would. I can go that way or I can go out the other way. I hate going out of this apartment complex, but it's probably not that bad this time of day. What is these people just backing up the street here? I'm like, you gotta stop, people. Or no, you don't. I'm just like, I'm backing all the way out while I'm on the phone, and I'm not stopping at any stop sign or anything. Alright, so here we go. Going to B-Dubs. Alright, I'm gonna put pause on this button and try to get keep this video maybe to under an hour. So we're pushing the limits right now though. So see you in a second. Alright guys, so we got that order picked up. I maybe got it picked up on time, not 100% certain, but I think we did. Let's take a look here. Where directions? So deliver by 10:32. We got about a 6-minute grace period and a 7-minute delivery. So where is this taking us? Across the freeway, up to the same freaking apartments it looks like. So let's take a look. Is it? Yes, the same apartments. 2 buildings down from the last one. And here's what I'm gonna do. Exit there and pause. Boom. And directions again. Now, can we get there before 10:27? We already lost a minute just sitting here. So, but I think we could maybe make a minute or two up because this is telling me to go out a different way. But as the professional DoorDasher that I am, I might have a secret back door. So we'll see if we can get through here without any obstructions. And it goes from 7:26. Oh, it just jumped up to 7:26, and yeah, not really that much of a gain, but at least I don't have to go through a roundabout, right? At least I don't have to go through the roundabout. That's the number one thing. Now the downside is I gotta sit at this light, but I could have hit this light either way. Oh, I think we got the yellow. All right. don't remember. I was gonna go check on this and see if anything happened on that last delivery, because I don't remember if I checked it. Oh, I'm down to 94. So I must have lost, yep, my on time. Dang it. That last, no, the Casey's was fine. It was the Wingstop one. Late by 7 minutes, early by 3. I told you guys that crap was going to happen. And I told you it was late. But I'm out of excluded. I'm out of exclusions for the night. So I'm going to be stuck at this 99 for a while. Let's see. 5 orders have been excluded. View all orders and scroll all the way to the very bottom. And on time, on time, on time, on time. There is a whole crap load of on-time orders before my next exclusion. So it's probably 20 or better orders, maybe 25 orders before I get my next exclusion. So, oh well. Those things I can't do anything about when I'm sitting there waiting at the restaurant. I got it from a -7 to a -4, but I can't make up that big of a difference. And I'm gonna, here's what's weird is, like, I was the hour that I was sitting in Papa John's early, there's a dude in there, and he is like, I forget what he said his on time was, but his AR was like 40 or 50 or something like that, because he mainly does grocery orders and he declines all the other orders unless they're good, right? And I'm like, all right. But anyway, so he had seven exclusions, and I'm like, why do I only have 5? Right? Why do I only have 5 is what I want to know. That's not really fair. So I just tried to exclude this order, and it says your dispute wasn't accepted. Unfortunately, this order is not eligible to be excluded. You can try again when you complete more orders. So when I complete more orders and I get past the next exclusion falls off my last 100. So probably going to be late next week. Well, here's the deal is I'm not dashing on Monday or Wednesday next week because I get to go to a work conference. And interesting more is that I've been wearing the same clothes to this same work conference for like 6 years and haven't bought any new clothes. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm not gonna go buy new clothes. It's too late. I don't even know where I would buy some slacks. Maybe go to Kohl's or something. Okay, I think it's this building, but I can't see squat because it's too freaking dark and they don't light up the freaking numbers. And there's no parking. Okay, maybe I can squeeze into this one right here if I don't like backing in because I don't have a backup camera and I can't see squat. I have to do it old school. Look in my side mirrors, turn and look over the, back in the day when you used to put your arm over the other, when you used to put your arm over the back of the seat and back up that way. All right, I think I can't even, oh there, it's down the other way, shoot. All right, let me get this. Return to dash, got it, directions. It's 4 buildings down because it wasn't the first one. Slow down there, people. Turn your brights off, you're blinding me. All right, dude, you can back it in, or he's gonna pull straight in. He was like backing up to pull straight in. Okay, so that should be that one. That one should be that one, and this one should be the one I'm looking for. And there's empty spots across the street. I know I don't have my seatbelt on. Chill. Alright. Exit. Tell them I'm headed their way. Boom. Dropping off soon. Alright. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Alright, guys. We are back. Alright. $7. $3.50. Base pay. $3.50 tip. Continue dashing. In dash. In dash. A good week. I'm going to cover the ratings first and we'll look at the earnings. So my ratings right now, it looks like that order was Buffalo Wild Wings, early by 1 minute, early by 4 minutes, on time. So can't really complain about all of it because we had a good night. And so ratings overall 94. Okay. Acceptance rate is a 73 right now. I think we were at 80 and we dropped to 73 because we cut out a bunch. So my acceptance, I think, maybe dropped about 3 points, maybe 2. I don't know. I thought I was at 28. Maybe I was at 27 out of 30. Now I'm at 25 out of 30. My completion rate 100%. My on time in the last 3 orders, one of them dropped to a late, and I've used all my exclusions. I was at 100% for a little while tonight, so very proud of that. But I was late on one of them, and it wasn't my fault. That's the crazy thing. It was 7 minutes late on the pickup, but 4 minutes late on the delivery, 4 minutes early on the delivery, therefore only 3 minutes late, and they didn't exclude it. So it is what it is. So I'm at 99, which is 29 out of 30 points. Quality 100%, completion 100%, customer rating 4.97, and we which is 10 out of 10 points. So yeah, I'm sitting at a 94 overall. You got to have an 85 to be platinum. So I got a little bit of grace period. Hopefully I just need to stay on top of the AR some more. So if I start getting to that point where, hey, I'm gonna have to, I declined a bunch of orders tonight, a bunch of $5, $4, $3, $2 orders, and they were all out the door. So I'm not disappointed in that because it is what allowed me to make this much money as I did tonight. Because if I would have accepted all those orders, I wouldn't have made this much money, because I would have been spending all that time on low orders, and not getting the dollar amount that I had set forth for myself as the $120. So my lifetime deliveries is $33.75. That does not count tonight, so those will refresh overnight. Now let's move on to our earnings. Earnings. So our earnings for tonight, 121.57. So interesting, 12 offers, 12 deliveries. So let's rephrase that, because this says offers and deliveries, but really it was 12 accepted offers and 12 deliveries. So that just means that I didn't have any double stacked, true double stacked ones. I was offered some double stacked that I declined, at least the one that I can remember. And yeah, it doesn't show over here how many I actually declined. So I kind of wish it would, but it doesn't. So that's all right. So here's tale of the tape: 5 hours and 30 minutes of dash time, and 4 hours and, what does that say? 4 hours and 43 minutes of downtime. So I did have some maybe 4 deliveries into maybe yeah, at least maybe probably 4 deliveries down into Alexander. And the combination of all of those with being about a 10-minute drive back with no offers, that's 40 minutes right there. I don't know where else I went that was out of range, but then I had a little bit of time where I was driving between Benton and Bryant, and I declined an order or two and didn't get any offers for a minute or two, so whatever. It was only about 30, 40, 50 minutes ish. I don't know, I can't do math. Like 47 minutes. Is that right? 30, 40, yeah, 47 minutes of downtime in 5.5 hours. Not very bad at all compared to the old Dasher system, right? In the overall Dasher rating system where you get time boost as platinum, I feel like we get a lot more offers, a lot better offers as far as quality, as meaning the dollar amount and the distance. Sometimes the distance is there, but it's okay for me to have long distance ones as long as the dollar amount makes it worth our while. If I can get a $10, $15, $20 order that it can get done in 30 minutes, right? And then get back, and even if I get a smaller order the second half, it puts me up over $20 usually. Even the one I did tonight, I waited for 45, 50 minutes for Papa John's, but it put me over $20, and it took me about an hour and 15 minutes to get those 2 deliveries in, but I was over $21 for those 2. So I don't know, it wasn't that bad, and it kept me going to where I made $121 in 5.5 hours instead of 6 hours, right? So let's see, tips. So this is where I can honestly say that tips help you make more money. I only did 12 deliveries, right? I did $10 per delivery, and I had a bunch of mid deliveries as well, right? But I had 12 accepted offers, 12 deliveries, $121. That's $10 per delivery, which is not common, for me anyway, but the tips is what makes it happen. I had $74 in tips. I had a night the other night, I had 14 or 16 deliveries and only had 50 something dollars in tips. So this was a huge tip night. So 47 in base pay, 74 in tips. So that's right around a little bit over 1.5 to 1. 1.5 tip dollars per every base pay dollar. I've been getting more around the 1-to-1 ratio lately, so that's kind of hurting me. I get a lot more orders, do a lot more work, and get less pay for it, so to speak. But tonight, I don't recall any that I accepted anyway. Now, there was a bunch that I declined that I feel like were 0 tip. Now, when I look through here, go for the bottom at a $13, $8.22, a $6, a $12, a $18, a $21, a $9.73, $5.68, $6.25, and a $8.60, then a $5 and a $7. So somehow the $18, the $12, the $21, the $13, I only had 4 offers of the 12 that were over $10, but they carried the other orders to average out to be $10 per order, which is, I find it to be astonishing, really. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So we finished up at 121.57, and that means our week ends at 373.68 in Dash time 17 hours and 11 minutes. So less than the 3 6-hour nights, which is 18. We got 373 in 17 hours and 11 minutes. So a little bit over 20 bucks an hour for the full 17 hours and 11 minutes, which in the old school, I can't get $20 an hour in a 6-hour dash. I would be lucky to get 100 and 110, but to consistently get over 120 in 5.5, 6 hours it steps it up a game, right, for DoorDash for me as a dasher. So liking what I see, and enjoying it more as well, as far as that go. I still get frustrated. I can rant with the best of them, right? So if you've seen this channel, you know I can rant with the best of them. So anyway, feel good about how this went this week, and we'll get back after it next week. So we'll probably have some videos that pop out there over the next few days, but I won't have any dashes on Monday or Wednesday of next week because I'm getting to go to Nashville to a conference. And I'm not necessarily looking for the conference, but last year we went to this restaurant, and I can't tell you the name of it, but I will get some information and put some links to the Facebook post that I do about it. I'm really looking forward to going back to this restaurant. It's kind of like a family style. You sit at the dinner table, a huge ass dinner table with like 12 or more people, and they just bring out family style dish after dish after, and they just keep coming, and you pass all these dishes around the table, and you're like, oh my goodness, where's all this food coming from? And yeah, needless to say, my diet will be shot next week. So I didn't think about that when I signed up for this conference. It's going to be tough. So I'm thinking about the food, but I'm also thinking about the food and how I don't want to ruin the direction I'm going. But I also I probably deserve it. How about that? We deserve the treat. But also at this conference, they feed you like crazy at lunchtime, and maybe, I don't remember dinner, but they come out with some amazing food at lunchtimes every single day. Probably for breakfast too, but well, I don't know. I probably go eat breakfast as well, because I can remember eating breakfasts too. So either way. Hey, thank you guys. Much appreciated. I hope you stuck around to the end. If you have, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and check out our Rambling Dasher store at Amazon. The link is below. So anyway, y'all have a good one. Stay out of trouble. Happy Halloween tomorrow, and we will catch you on another day. See ya.